Hello, and welcome to Canadian Cars Review. I'm Mark. Today we're back at KIWI Power Sports and Marine in Enderby, BC, Canada. And I'm finally checking out my first Argo ATV. You're not going to believe who makes these. Stick around, we'll find out. Once again, guys, my filming quarters here is pretty cramped, so I'm not going to get too many angles of this. However, this guy, he's got a 695cc displacement, 4-stroke, single overhead cam, single cylinder engine, 4-valve. Of course, so it's electronic fuel injection. Got a 10.7 to 1 compression. It is electric start, electronic ignition. You've got a CVT automatic transmission. You're going to have an electronic 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, and 4-wheel drive diff lock. So you're going to have your typical high, low, neutral, reverse, and park. It does have standard engine braking. Your ground clearance is going to be 260 millimeters or 10.2 inches. That's not bad. Your towing capacity is going to be 454 kilograms or 1,000 pounds. That ain't bad either. Your dry weight is going to be 320 kilograms or 705 pounds. And you got a 21 liter or 5.5 gallon fuel tank capacity. So when you're talking suspension on this guy, it's going to be an independent double A-arm suspension on the front. It's going to be an independent double A-arm suspension on the rear too with a sway bar. Your front suspension is going to have 176 millimeters or 7 inches of wheel travel. The rear suspension is going to have 188 millimeters or 7.4 inches of wheel travel. You got dual hydraulic disc brakes on the front and the hydraulic disc brake on the rear. So this is going to be the LE version. So you're going to have better wheels, better tires. It will come with a winch. It'll have the automotive style paint and the built-in handguards as well. It's a really nicely equipped bike. It does have 2 halogen lights on the front and 2 projector style lights as well. You may need to upgrade the halogen lights to LEDs in the future if you do a lot of nighttime riding, but otherwise this is a very well equipped bike. So your tires on the front are going to be an AT 26 by 10 by 14 from Maxxis Bighorns. You're going to have a 14-inch aluminum rim. It does have electronic power steering. Your front rack is going to have a carrying capacity of 52 kilograms or 114 pounds. That's impressive. The rear rack is going to have a carrying capacity of 95 kilograms or 209 pounds. You're going to have a 2-inch receiver. It will have a skid plate on the bottom, but it'll be plastic, which is all good. And it will come with the one section of storage just in front of the seat and a small lockable one on the fender on the right. And of course your digital instrumentation. So it'll tell you all the information that you're going to need right on there. So this will come in 2 colors, the orange that you see here or a slate gray as well. Let's get a closer look, shall we? So, who makes this for Argo? Any guesses yet for those of you who don't know? The biggest clue would be that gear shifter. It looks familiar, to some anyway. And the display. That gave it away a little bit to me as well. That should be another giveaway, I think, too. Any guesses? Alright, let's see if I can zoom in on here to show you. You got it. Kimco. I never knew that before today. And Kimco has been an excellent brand. I've heard nothing but excellent reviews on Kimco. It's a Taiwanese brand. It's not Chinese or it's not Japanese. But their business model has been fantastic. And the fact that Argo picked them up or is getting them to make the machines, I think is a fantastic thing. And I would say that you're getting a good machine if you're buying Argo. Pleasantly surprised. So let me share with you this interesting story I've heard about KIWI. I do have a review on a KIWI machine that I did about 2 or 3 years ago on the channel, but I was able to talk to a dealer in Mission, BC, Canada at Cascade Motorsports, and he was telling me this really cool story. So the very first KIWI quad that he sold at his dealership went way up north, like Fort St. John or Dawson Creek or something like that in British Columbia. And a few months later, the owner of this quad comes down and he throws these shards of plastics on the counter. And so the dealer owner's like, what the heck is this? He said, this is what happens to your fender flares at minus 40 below. So the owner contacts KIWI, tells them his findings. Says, hey, this customer is having issues with the plastic in the cold weather. KIWI actually reformulated the plastics and sent them a brand new set of fender flares to try out free of charge. That, ladies and gentlemen, I think is some of the best customer service I've ever heard of. And they've just got a really good name behind them. KIWI is just made solid. It might look a little different than your average machine, but it's definitely got its quality. It stands up. It's, as you heard, got excellent customer service. So I would assume Argo here would be the same thing. You are getting an amazing bike for a little bit less money than the average, and yet a few extra bells and whistles too. So at first glance, we've got quite a comfortable seat. It's extremely firm. I do feel like I'm sitting way up, which to me is a good thing. The aerodynamics as far as like how far you are from the handlebars and how things feel so far, yeah, that feels great. Let me switch hands here. Yeah, same thing over here. Throttle's in a great spot. This might be a little bit far out, but still in a good spot. That's cool. So there's your 4-wheel drive button, so that's on. And just click like that for your front wheel drive lock. Perfect. It's got a great display. It's like right in your face. Be easy to see everything you need to see. It would be cool to see them put on a third light up here, like Suzuki does. But otherwise, it feels great. The gear shifter's in a good spot. It feels nice and solid. Even the buttons and stuff look like they're made of solid plastic. Unlike my KIWI, or unlike my CF Moto, they always giving you like a cheap feel, but this is nice and solid. It's well put together. There's of course your winch button. So your headlights, kill switch, that'll be your start. No override on here, which is interesting. But a really nice, solidly made bike. I'm liking this big time. And the price is actually affordable. This is as I said, the LE model, so it'll have a few extras, a little bit of bling, and it starts at $12,500 Canadian, so that's not bad at all. Well guys, thank you again for clicking on the video and checking this out. I'm super excited to have Argo on the channel. This is so cool. Haven't been able to see one of these machines up close yet. And so the fact that it's here and we can actually see it and touch it and feel it, so cool. And from what I've seen so far, I would definitely recommend. Anyway, come on down to KIWI Power Sports and Marine in Enderby, BC, Canada. Let them know that I sent you. They'll take great care of you. So once again, we're checking out a 2022 Argo Explor XR 700 LE. A great machine. I'm liking what I see. Would love to see what this thing is like off-road, but definitely a bike worth looking into. So come on down to KIWI, come and check it out for yourself and see what I'm talking about. Fantastic looking machine. And with that guys, I am out of here. Thank you so much for being here today. Appreciate each and every one of you. Please hit the like and subscribe button before you leave. It does the channel a world of good. And with that, we'll see you on the next one. Thanks again for watching.